I'm doing a challenge where I must build, design, and test a multiplayer crossbow shooter minigame in Minecraft, but it has to be completed in only 24 hours. I'll let past me tell you what we did last time. We're going right back into it. I'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timer's going. So last time we left off, we had just created all of the structures for all the different armor sets, the class types, and their weapons. Obviously, we did everything yesterday because that was day 1. What's next on the list is the game loop. We need to set up how rounds are going to work, how a game's going to work. We need a way to track if players are dead. We also have to take care of dead players. That's going to be interesting. So when it comes to rounds, I decided early on that the team who still has alive members will win. So until there's only one team left, players must fight each other. But when it comes to detecting that, we first need a system to handle dead players to begin with. Let's start there. If we have everyone's spawn set to like a box, then we can handle when they die. Do we use Minecraft border or custom? You think I'm gonna make a custom border? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too hard, but like slash world border is right there. We just need to have a command that's gonna run when we detect them here. Okay, outside the box. Oh, no. I need to align. Okay, I am not getting dinged outside the box anymore. Oh, hey. Okay, I think we're good there. Either way, I get to select them. The team thing will at least remove them from their original team, but that might mess up the scoring. And I think it's easier if I just leave them on a team, so I'd rather just tag them, actually. Add Spectate. Yeah. That's cool. If I go to 100, right? Where am I? Over here? What if we plan to just make the arena here, just so I have something to teleport to? Or should I go further? I might just make it 200 for like the center of the arena. Oh yeah, we're far now. So yes, I decided that at X200, Z200 will be the center for the future arena. That way, I could place spectators in the middle of the action right after they die, and I could develop that system without needing to build an arena right this moment. I think we're set there, so I don't think I want to set world spawn point because then it's not like an exact block. And let's test that. I'm also gonna do... Should I do instant death? The only good thing about that is that there won't be a moment where the player is like not in the world. So that'll be good at least. Okay, and also I'm gonna turn on keep inventory real quick, just so I don't lose all the random stuff in my inventory. Time to kill myself. And I'm over here. And I have a tag. I'm not in spectator, I just have a tag. Execute as at anyone. If their game mode is not spectator yet, run game mode spectator. Boom. I tell depressed people I like them just so it gets worse once they find out I lied. What? This is gonna be the death box. And once I die, I'm now wherever the map's gonna be and in spectator mode. Round stuff. I need to be able to know when players are dead and that there's only one team alive. What is the best way of knowing that? Trick for all players with living tag. Here's the tricky part. If there's teams mode, there's 2 or 1. If there's non-teams mode, it's only 1. So like, if I just am checking for that, 2 or 1 in the teams mode could still either be 2 teams alive or 1 team alive. We could do like a scoreboard. We execute every tick at every player who's on a team. Dead tag for teams. Yes. I'm trying to think. Do I just have a thing constantly running where if you're a player and you're alive, you send a message? Or like if you're a player on a team and you're dead, you send a thing? And then if there's only one, we know that there's only one team alive? Or like modify a scoreboard. Let's try. I'm gonna try the scoreboard method just because I like my scoreboards. Although, is it easy to detect when there's only one in the entire scoreboard? I think that might be difficult. I mean, I guess unless they're all incrementing the same score, and then I just wait until it's 1. So here I make the executive decision to give the players an option to choose how many rounds to play. The bonus is that players will have to balance their round counts themselves instead of me choosing. The downside is, well, you'll see soon. We'll take this time to also set up the game's win condition. Whenever the total round score is more than the set round count, we know that the last round has been played. From there, we could check and compare every score to see who has the most rounds won, and that team will win the game. So if I do this as at P, we're only going to select 1, which is good because then this will only increase by 1. And if everyone's only increasing by 1 per team, then only 1 team is increasing it, which means that only 1 team is alive. Let me test. Actually, I'm gonna get a armor stand. And I'm gonna put this on my team, right? I can put this on a team. Oh wait, this is at P, not at N. I see changes to at N, and then it should work. Yay! Now there's 2 of us. Okay, this is gonna be 1 team left. I'm gonna do completely old school stuff, and I'm gonna set this block to redstone when there is only one person left. Then quickly set block this to stone. There we go. Let's pretend to allow entities in this detection system, just so I can have a dummy for testing. Someone remind me at some point to remove that. First reminder. So this guy's on green team, I'm on the blue team. Score's not increasing because he's still alive. If he gets tagged with player.spectate, I will start getting points because I am now the only one alive and he died. But if I remove that, then he's alive again and that's all set. And he'll automatically get the player.spectate removed from here, except that since he's an entity, not a player, this didn't select him. I'll just do at E for now. Cool. Okay, that should be increasing the round. Should I have that displayed somewhere? The ultimate move is to put it in the display name of up here, but actually would that be difficult? We currently have a system that kind of works. This is the another fake player that's on the green team. If I tag that with this new score tag called player.spectate, indicating that this player has died, my score will go up by 1, and I'm on the blue team. That's pretty much all we've done so far. And it's been almost an hour. This is kind of weird. I'm gonna set up a few options here for total round length. I think this still indicates ties can happen unless you choose 5 or 15. Well, hold on. If there's 4 players, it aren't ties, or 4 teams or 2 teams. Isn't ties like inevitable? Because like 15, 3 teams could just get 5. We'll have to do something where if we get to this limit and there's not a clear winner on the side, that we just like let another round go. Although then we get run into issues where if another team that wins that wasn't those ones that are tied. How do we do ties? So we're gonna set total that round to the total number of rounds. Who would have thought? And then we're just gonna have a quick checking command to see whenever that's done, and we'll make that run the game ending stuff. So this will mean, since this runs right after we add 1 to the score, if it's greater than, then we've done round 5. 5 rounds means that we have a total of 5 rounds. And if we've done round 5, it will go to 6, and then we're good to disable the game and stuff. We have to have a little conversation about hub, because after the player ends, we gotta teleport everyone to a hub. Alright, I'm probably gonna put the lobby like over here somewhere, like here. We'll figure that out later. I want to do the beginning of the game. Let's make some like team selection type thing. I know I was complaining about like trying to make it only 1v1v1v1, but I could just make it any size by letting the players choose, and that's way easier than trying to limit things. Look at that. This guy never got named to green. That's really embarrassing. Now I've set it up so these pads will set my team color, and you can tell by my armor. And it works for all of these, and we can have these in the lobby. My score is increasing when I'm on green because that guy's on green team too, which means that we're the only ones here and we'd technically be winning the round. I was designing these for a period before starting the game where players will be able to choose which teams they want to be on. Here is also when I decide to no longer limit the game to just 2 or 4 teams, but rather let the players choose themselves the number of teams by joining them. Speaking of the pre-game lobby, next I'm going to work on a system to switch classes as well. I decided to go for a method I've seen around a lot, but I've never used myself. The thing is with class, do we let players choose any class? Or do we force one of each class on a team minimum? The issue with doing that is that it is locked into a 4v4 scenario. Like you can only have 4 players per team, and I guess I probably shouldn't lock it like that. Or do we let players change their class during the game? That's also a good idea. I like it when games do that. And how would we let them select it? Do we do it through the inventory where like it's an item and they could just like pick it up, and then that's easy to detect now because we have player.cursor. We would remove the item from there, put it back in here, and be able to do it that way, and then they can select it while selecting their team as well. That's not bad. So by placing items inside the player's inventory, it's actually easy to detect whenever a player clicks on these now by using the item slot player.cursor. We could check that to see if a player has picked one up based on its type. We can then change the class, and then we're free to clear the player's cursor and place a new item in the inventory. Oh wait, I know exactly why this isn't working. Because I'm in creative mode. Cursor doesn't work in creative mode. We're good. Oh, look at that. We get 1 in the chat. And we'll be able to pick up other stuff too. That's really good. We have detection working. Now we just have to set these up to... We have to store it because we're not going to let the player change their class if they're in the middle of a round, we're only gonna do that after a round ends. So that will be over here. So you might think it'll be easy to change the player's class immediately whenever they choose an item, right? Well, that works for the pre-game, but changing your class in the middle of a round might mess a lot of things up while being an unfair advantage to others. So to save on having to develop 2 different systems, we store what class a player wants to switch to inside of a score, and then we'll have another set of commands that change their class. These will only be active during the pre-game or round intermissions, which is the thing we haven't touched yet. Right now, I have the multi-class. If I pick up any of these in survival, nothing's gonna happen, and I'm still the multi-class. If I have this powered though, like I do right now, clicking these should be doing something, but it's not. Okay, so I'm multi now. Now I'm long, now I'm mid, now I'm short. This will only happen though if this is a redstone block. If not, then my class will not change and I'm locked. But it should be saved. So if I click on mid right now and then hop in here and place this down, I will now be on mid. It works. Okay, I think this is set up so that it will check if you have the item in your inventory still, and if your skin's not able to be changed because that's depowered and you didn't choose the same class again, it will notify you that it'll be changed next round. Baby, you got something in your nose. Right, so that just doesn't work. Right. Okay, that's because I'm being stupid. We changed this to 2 to match ward before running this command, so this will never run. I need to swap the order. So right now I can change my skin at any moment with this. If this redstone block is gone, I won't be able to, but instead it's going to tell me in chat that it's going to change next round, and that at the start of next round, we'll just power this and my class will change. We're looking good. Next, I'm going to finish the rest of the pre-game mechanics. This will involve adding a countdown timer before the game starts, setting up the mechanisms for teleporting players into the game, as well as the pre-game section of the lobby. We'll also plan out some sections for the lobby, but I refuse to build anything fancy today. Now I kind of need to do a countdown timer for like selecting class and starting the game. I could do that with a potion effect, like Sergio begged me to do for the mini golf thing. I think it was Sergio who said that in the mini golf world on the last video of mini golf, which was like forever ago. Somewhere over here. The idea is that it should all work because I said it, and it didn't bring any of my markers over. I kind of got to plan some stuff out. This is where the players go after the end of the game. I kind of want to keep them here, bring the winning team somewhere, and like show them off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw something over here. Obviously, we'll have something more designed over here, but I want to have it so that one player can like walk over and claim like it being an operator and let them do whatever. Yeah, so I figured having one player in charge of the game settings and when games start seemed to be a good idea instead of requiring any consensus. This is the downside of letting players choose the round count like I mentioned earlier. Welcome in the operator. This system will work by allowing anyone to walk up, hit a button, and become the operator as long as no other operators are present in the world. I have to prevent any hostile takeovers. These operators will then be teleported into a separate room with buttons for all the settings you can imagine. This system will be a little tough to figure out as operators could leave the game and come back with their tag, making multiple operators a possible outcome, or preventing others from teleporting the operator when they click the operator button. I just had a thought. If we let the players dynamically choose their team willy-nilly, there's no reason to assign a different game mode for like 2v2 or whatever, because the players can just choose that themselves. That makes it a lot easier. I love 2010 map design. It pretty much is right now. Marker at my feet. At this point, I'm pretty much designing the lobby without designing the lobby. This zone is a place to hang out inside of the lobby while waiting for the operator to start team selection. Any players who aren't in the zone won't be chosen for playing the next round, and I want to add some parkour here. But it'll keep you inside the area selectors so that you don't accidentally jump out and not join the next game. That's what they all say in there. What? I don't know what that translates to either. Is that bad? Is that something bad I need to worry about? Oh, you just translated it directly. That's funny. I thought you were saying that, and then they were going to say that they're pregnant. And I was like, what? Execute at... That... I meant to copy and paste the thing over there, but then I copied and pasted your message, so now it's in there. Now I can start team select and put myself here. Except that I immediately have to reload because I'm already given my item. Last thing we have to do is a system to bring the players in. Yay! Yeah. I think we'll also be able to do this with more markers. Time runs out, I teleport. I teleport. And that's a teleport loop. Worked fine. I just learned about the tick freeze thing. Well, like, I knew about that as a thing, but I didn't realize how useful it could be inside teleport loops until Firefly actually told me about it. That was a close one. Teleport loops are some of my worst enemies in the past. I've lost too many worlds. I have to clean up a few more loose ends, but we're almost done with the pregame. I'll do something here where I constantly set like max saturation, and then I could just let the players have the weapons in the lobby. That's kind of fun. How do I do health? Do I let natural regen and have to deal with food in the game, or have like a potion system? Natural regen, and then what? I mean, honestly, it'd be easy because I could just like give 5 carrots at the start of the round. Custom, that potion might be more control because I know like the exact amount someone would heal, and also it's more normal to like a game of this style where it's like drink potion, get health, compared to like eat food and wait to heal. So, in an unrelated note, we started tinkering with a health regeneration system. We turned off natural regeneration just so I didn't have to deal with giving players food. From there, we could do some sort of health potion system where we give players healing potions after a certain cooldown and allow them to heal directly from then, but Flaming Thunder from the Twitch chat had a better idea. Looking to find a way to make custom regen? That's called give a player a regen potion. That's what that really is. Or we could do a thing, we could do the super overly complicated thing where it's like if a player isn't taking damage in the last 10 seconds, give them like level 1 of regen until they take damage again. That way you can like run away and like naturally regen. Yeah, that would be a really sick and cool system, Big Con. Why don't you do that? I did just that. And then this regen will change their health. And when they change their health, that will be detected and automatically increase it already. Issue is I think it's going to spam if you're at full health, so we'll just do a quick check as well to make sure it's not at 20. This won't kill me, right? Took damage. Uh-oh. Come on. Wait, no, they're the same. So, oh, did I just not set up one to decrease it constantly? I just didn't set up one to decrease it constantly. I got my regen already. It never increases it because it's not for long enough, but it's constantly giving it to me. I'm guessing it does nothing if it's giving it every frame. This is actually kind of baffling because, okay, I'll explain it. We're checking to see if the player's current health, which is a scoreboard that is constantly changing to equal your score, is equal to 20. If so, we do not run this thing, which will decrease the timer. My timer is currently not decreasing, stuck at 25 like it was here, except that it should be because my current health is not 20. You can even see that in here, it's 13. It is a chain, which means it only activates when this is activating, but it's repeat always active, therefore it should be running every tick. Regen time is back to 200 because my health changed, but player.current health wasn't even set. Or wait, player.current health is just not being set. Huh? It's read only. I just reset it. Huh? Huh? None is set. I'm just gonna go take damage. I just broke a scoreboard. Wait, did I just entirely break a scoreboard? Resetting a scoreboard that doesn't have a dummy thing just doesn't update. Okay, so this is interesting. Minecraft scoreboards on Java can have a thing called a criterion, or a base value that it grabs from. Most time, people just use the dummy criterion, which just means it acts like a normal number. You can set it to a value, it will hold said value, and it won't change until a command changes it. However, a fair bit of criteria can make scoreboards change with game statistics or player-specific data. In this case, I used the health criterion, meaning every player's current value for health points should always be in the scoreboard 24/7. Scoreboards with a special criterion like these don't let commands change their value either, so the fact I could reset it was kinda weird. I do get the score to finally re-update when I left this world. Oh, it's decreasing now. Wow, I wonder why. That's one of the worst bugs that I've wasted time on. I had everyone bugging for a second. So I've made a system now that is going to regen whenever you take damage. Flaming helped me set this up so that it's a custom system where after every 10 seconds you heal a half a heart, and the timer will reset whenever you take damage. So it just healed me. I'm going to go take more damage, and now the timer just got reset, and it's going to take even longer. So nice. And that will mean that you can't heal during a fight with someone, and you have to like run away from the combat heal, and then come back in. Nice. I finally figured that out, and that will totally, for sure, end up in the final version. Next, I do a small tweak to let players have crossbows with infinite ammo in the team select because it's fun, and it totally won't backfire. You know that thing I said about not tagging the players that are in the team select area? Well, I'm going to tag all the players that are in the team select area. I think what I'll just do is a little thing where /execute as anyone tag equals player dot team select run scoreboard players set themselves rocket count to just a 10. It's more fun that way. Right, that system totally won't bite me later when I have to reset all the players' rocket counts when they go into the game, or when I have to disable reloading, since I'll change the rocket count from 10 to 1 at some point, all for the cosmetics. Speaking of cosmetics, by the way, the color has nothing to do with the player team. I was thinking of doing that. I might do it now just because it's something I could do kind of quick, but I have to separate all of the crossbows by not just class, but also team color, which would quadruple the amount that I would need. Yeah, time for another tedious task. We're going to separate the crossbows by team and class so that the rocket color matches team color and rocket duration matches your class. This does quadruple the amount of crossbows I need, but it's not too difficult. And I'll do blue's there, red's there, yellow's there, green's there. Now I'm gonna remember it. So the best part is that this tower right here is about to get quadruple the length, because we have to check if they're in game, if they have a rocket count above 1. We have to change this block in its container to just +1 instead of -1. And we also have to add a team selector. Oh, wow, Big Con. You gotta quadruple the command block stack here to have all 4 players get their crossbow? If only there was an easier way. I mean, it's not like you implemented those player-specific tags at all into your game loop currently. So I'll just copy-paste this part and then switch that to a +1, that, and then that, and then I have to duplicate all these. Ofek, what's up? Good morning. It's 2 a.m. for you. That sounds like morning to me. I'll tell you what you've missed. There's a long list here. I'll start from the very beginning. Players in here, they can go in this area if they want to play the next game. We have an operator thing set up, so whoever hits this button first becomes the operator, as long as there's no other operators in the game. Teleported into this room. They can set how many rounds there are. They can start the team selection phase and also teleport into it. What that does is it brings the players here over to here. They stand on each of these to choose what team they're on, and then they'll also have items in here to select their class. All they have to do is pick up the item to change class. I'll just show you. So on select, you could hop over here, and in survival you can pick these up to switch your class and also switch your team over here, except that we just broke these, but don't worry about that because right now we're working on a system to make these colored as well. And then yeah, we have a system there that went really quickly once that ran out, where it teleported me to these, which are the spawn points. It then sets up a round counter. Yeah, 1 team left check. If I'm the last one in the game, it will start the next round over here, and then once I'm over that round threshold that the operator set, it ends the game. When the game ends, it pulls everyone over there and removes everything about it. And now we're setting it up so that these are colored crossbows, and they're gonna be colored based on the team. Wait a minute, I forgot about the player thing. I was talking about having an unlimited amount of players, but we have player tags, so that's just not gonna work. Uh-oh. Oh, you'll learn one day. Yep, currently the game is still limited to 4 players because past me is very smart and lazy. I'm not fixing that today, you'll have to check back later. Yes, so I'm in the player selection now. I can walk over and choose my team as it ticks down. I can choose my class like usual, and now these are based on the color. So it's green, that's yellow, and that's red, and that's blue, and that's green, and that's yellow, and that's red. Nice. And I'll let the timer get to a clean number. 7, 6, 5. Next time, we'll be doing design. Pause. No! But with that, I have hit my perfect clean time of 15, 56, 59. And over to the end extremes, guys. There you have it. Day 2 is over. Next time, we're building an arena. We'll incorporate team colors into it, maybe some future movement mechanics, you'll have to see. For now though, thanks for watching. Like this video if you want part 3, subscribe so you'll be notified when it releases, and comment below your thoughts on this project. This video was edited by the coolest person, Cinnamon, and Flaming Thunder helped me out with some of the designs. You can find them in my Discord, which is linked below. Come chat with other really cool people like yourself. Don't forget to follow over on Twitch to catch future challenges like these, and I'll see you later.